We're ready to go. Hi guys, just making sure everything's working as it should be, and it is. I'm going to start with a little Keyfarm tonight, I think. And then in an hour and a half, a conjunction, and after that, who knows? Sure, let's go with a female. How about a ranger? Let's see, what else do we got? Necro. We can go for a sword necro. Let's go with a necro. And as I like to do, if it's a Keyfarm, I like to push the button for randomize appearance. Sure. But short keeps them out of the way a little bit more on the screen. Oh, glowing, horrible eyes. That's definitely the way to go. Ferocity. Raised by the common folks. I never recovered my sister's body. Makes me sad. Sure, we'll go with Grenth. Why not Grenth? Since I went with Necro and he's the god of death, that seems appropriate. And we're off. Rather badly off. To my health.
The human race once ruled Tyria.
Yeah, but we kind of messed things up, so we'll just skip to the end.
We're under attack! Everybody get to the end!
It's you!
I'm not going to get to the end.
That soldier is a threat!
That soldier is a threat.
Forward!
Which means I'm probably not going to get there in time enough to take advantage of the event that's starting over here right now. But maybe I can get close enough. Because if you get close enough, you get to skip the rest of the tutorial stuff. It's a cheat. It's an exploit. I'm a cheating exploiter.
I don't have enough energy.
Or an exploiting cheater, one of the two. I think I may actually make this. Good. I did. It's going to explode. Thanks, Logan. You're such a help. Good evening to whomever's joined me. Howdy. Howdy. Suddenly, I'm from Texas. Howdy. We'll skip over the I've been in a coma for 3 days. My starting goodies.
Shiny.
Character adventure guide. Yeah.
What to do now?
I'm now level 2. I'll put on my ring and I'll equip my dull hatchet, or my regular hatchet instead of the dull hatchet. It's such a boring hatchet. And I have logged in. Go me.
Centaurs were right at this very spot.
I can almost smell them.
We'll grab that POI, and we have to do a little bit of tidying up here. Mounts. We have to select our mounts. Sure, that one will do. The bird, because bird is the word. The hover bike, because it's a hover bike. I mean, seriously. Who doesn't want a hover bike? Hush down there. My stomach's chatting with me. It always wants to have a word. So, we've chosen our mounts. We're not going to bother to dye those, but we generally do pick a glider skin. Undying shackles, I think. And we normally dye that. In this case, we will use the standard default dyes for it. There we go, because I think they're a cool color combo. And by default, we will default to who the sky scale. And we'll swap to another map. About the time of, I think, End of Dragons, they screwed up something in their code somewhere, as the number of times they put you into a new map and then immediately try to close the map on you. They have screwed something up in their algorithm and haven't gotten back around to fixing it. ArenaNet, fix it. It's really annoying when you enter a map and sometimes within 5 seconds get a, "This map is closing. Would you like to move?" message. Something is wrong with your algorithm. And has been for a while. I will now dance with the cows. How now, brown cow? The cows love to be danced with. Evidently, that's the way things really are. I had no idea. Came as a surprise to me. And I got nothing against dancing cows. Yeah, I just didn't expect it, that's all.
Another personal victory.
I'm now level 3. Just that fast. Papa's got a brand new bag. I am contractually obligated to say that every time I get a new bag in any game, ever. It's not my fault. It's local, state, and federal requirements. Not mine, okay? Definitely not my fault. Crawdads.
Like fine wine.
We called this when I was growing up. Crawfish. And ding 4. I'm a leveling machine. If you're not familiar with it, the point of this exercise is to get this character up to level 10, at which point the personal story, Chapter 1, opens up. You finish out Chapter 1 of the personal story, and you get a key. Once a week you can do that. For the Black Lion chest, which is a real money purchase normally, the key, they can drop very, 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 very extraordinarily rarely. I think I've gotten one in 4,500 hours of gameplay or more. I think I've gotten 2 or 3. So, very, very infrequently. But other than that, you get them a couple of times in the personal storyline at level 10, level 40, and level 60. Finish out the personal story there, you get a key. Or you can buy them. Note, this stream and this streamer do not recommend buying keys to lockboxes. This streamer does it because he can pretend that it's good content when, in point of fact, he likes pretty things. Hypocrisy? Maybe. A little. Good for me, but not for thee? I wouldn't put it that way because I wouldn't want to. Well, I accidentally went with the bird. We're going to go with the bird. Briefly. Alright, heart complete. Damn it. There we go. We got the Vista. Level 5 already. Got a shield we can't use.
This is the only proper course.
Oh, come on, Edge. Wow, what was that? What was that delay?
And hey, without you running things, there'd be a serious pie shortage.
There would be a serious pie shortage, and we can't have that. Spooters. Lots and lots of spooters. Every game has spiders. Cannot escape the kingdom of the spiders. What was the game? Was it Nightingale recently that I got? Where they have an arachnophobic option, which I consider to be ridiculous. That if a player has too much trouble with spiders for a game, they need to get a grip. Because there are countless other phobias that people have. Are they all going to get a mode for them too? Or is it just spiders because somebody screamed loud? It's the dumbest thing. Okay, it's not the dumbest thing. There are a lot of dumb things. There are a lot of really, really, really dumb things. But it's pretty dumb. In fact, there's no shortage of dumb things. Let's be clear about that. There's way, way too many dumb things. Alright, we finished off another heart and another level. It's level 6 already. The precise wood staff. Oh, and we got a scepter. We got two. 155 or 155. Let me see. Which do you think is better? I'm going to go with the 155. Now, you might not have chosen that, but I'm a professional. And now we will dodge in and grab a pair of shoes. And dodge back out. Getting a big chunk of XP while we're at it. I also have a rule. I have many rules. Most of the time I don't pay any attention to them, but this one I do. Every time I get a new item of attire, we randomly choose new dyes. Here we go. Viridian, Aquatint, and Lemon Ice. Sounds delicious. Lots and lots of bandits.
Someplace new.
Because in here we can double dip, which is always popular with me. Double dip, and then we get heart advancement for killing the mobs, but we also will get heart advancement for the stolen food that we return.
Someone get over here and help me.
I don't think they're coming. What I should do, well,
Replenishing.
wait until we get back into town. At level 10 is to buy a couple of swords. I'm trying to get the hang of more of the new weapons. I did a little bit of play with the 2-sword combo on Necro the other day. Seems pretty good. Surprisingly, ranged. Interesting life and life used both positively and negatively, where a lot of the skills have flip skills. Basically, you can use them twice, and the first time gives you life, and the second time costs life.
Only I could.
So basically, keeping up a nice rotation allows you to Gain life, drain life. Gain life, drain life. I thought it was pretty clever.
I need some
Replenishing.
backup.
And this, well, all right, we've got enough. We can turn in the food stuff that we have rescued back to the Moa farmer. There was a time in this country, America,
Greetings.
where a lot of people got into ostrich farming, as it was going to be the next best thing. Now, I've eaten ostrich. Ostrich is tasty when cooked correctly, but it's extremely lean and therefore very easy to make dry when cooked. It never became the next big thing. Already level 7. Can he make this turn? Oh, nice. Didn't even lose his way on the pipe. Dag nabbit. Pardon my language. I know it's just terribly offensive. That language I used is appalling. Would you freaking take some damage so that I get heart credit for it, please? Thank you. I will commune with this place of power. It'll make me strong. Dangerous. Okay. not
Begin
so much dangerous.
destruction protocol.
These are less good than the shoes I'm currently wearing. I would not like to wear these. Let us res this brave soldier together.
Another personal victory.
I have revived an ally, and that was worth extra XP. The Adventurer's Guide they added a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, really does, if you pay attention to it, speed up leveling. Also will teach new players a lot of the game mechanics, which otherwise they might not learn, as anyone who's been in the game for a long time can attest that an awful lot of the players don't seem to know much about some of the basics of the game. Break bars, combo fields, various and sundry other game systems that are kind of fundamental. Another hard complete.
You will be broken.
I'm being informed I will be broken. I'm not completely convinced. We'll be back here in a minute. That's level 8. We're here because we're the hero, and it's necessary for us to tidy up the place and kill rats. Because we're heroes. That's what heroes do, you know. In all the hero books, with the people being heroes, they kill rats and they tidy up the place. Just tidying and ratting.
Replenishing.
696 points of damage to that rat. I'm betting there wasn't much left.
This is new.
Poor decision making on the wolves' part. That's all I'm going to say. Charging a necromancer? Not smart. the heart complete. We'll grab the waypoint. I don't know. Is XP jacked up? It doesn't. I don't see a buff for there being jacked up XP. So I seem to be leveling a little faster than I'm used to. I'm not sure why. But I'm pretty sure it's you guys' credit instead of fault. There you go. And we need to go back over to here. Grab a Vista. It's a marvelous night for a moon dance.
How many?
Music reference. Ding 9.
I don't think.
Well, let's take care of some script, and then we'll hit Beetleton, and that will get us to level 10. We'll start our personal story. Let's go ahead. Go axe and dagger for now.
Haven't been here yet.
What I really want to do is get a couple of swords. I've got a pretty good grip now on the new pistols for Guardian. Which are a fun DPS spec. Sorry, Condi damage spec, condition damage. Of course it's DPS spec. Like, I would do a healing spec. Not likely. And here we see the human cultural imperialism at work, kicking over the worship objects of a native species. Are we the baddies? The answer is yes. Yes, we are. We kind of are the baddies.
I need some help!
Oh, that one's invulnerable. That's just not fair.
Get the axes and cutting things.
Not invulnerable anymore, are you, you little scrit thief? Or you scrit bottle lobber. Need to kill like one or two more. Either that or stomp on a wasp nest. Fine, I'll stomp on a wasp nest. The things I do. Ladies and gentlemen, nature's asshole, the wasp. Although, it is my understanding that geese are solid runners-up in the category of nature's asshole. And we press the rockets and we take off. Press it again. Go faster. Must go faster. Must go faster. Faster would be better. And it's going to be less than 30 minutes for us to make our 10 levels. Do your chores. If everyone does them, they'll all get done so fast you won't even notice. Also, killing rats again. No wasps come out of these wasp nets for whatever reason. nobody seems to be tidying up the centaur-made graffiti. I guess they have no civic pride here in Beetleton, which is not surprising given the fact that the guy in charge of the place is a traitor. Spoiler. That's the heart complete. Oh, not quite. Not quite there.
I am death incarnate.
Whoops. I kind of went into my sort of undead stance. Shroud, as it's called. Clearly named after the streamer. That should be 10. There it is. Level 10, 26 minutes, 43 seconds from the start of stream. And this is a not quite as good dagger as the one I already have.
Now I shall break you.
If we don't need it, then we don't need it. You can quote me on that. We have merchant. Don't suppose any of you have got any nice weapons? Oh, a slice of watermelon. How mundane. Rose? She's got some booze, so I mean that's okay.
Always a pleasure.
I was hoping for, you know, weapons. Okay, there, I said it. Fine, fine, fine. We're heading back to town. Earlier today, I ran into a website that was particularly annoying in that it had an icon. It wasn't labeled. It didn't have a mouse over. A penalty which should, in fact, a offense which should carry the death penalty. It consisted of a square icon with a bar chart inside. 3 bars, one sort of low, one high, one medium. It's the mute button. Now, what I find offensive about this is most of the people who are looking for a mute button wouldn't recognize the visual graphic of that being an equalizer symbol because they've never seen an actual physical or virtual equalizer in their lives. So, choosing a completely indistinct icon that no one could recognize, not labeling it, and not having a mouse over is the worst kind of crap minimalist design I can conceive of. Thank you. This has been my TED Talk. I need 2 swords. Not spears, not staves or staves, swords. Level 10 at most, on account of I'm level 10. And level 9 at least. No, looks like the 10s are cheap. It's a mighty sword, or a mighty iron sword. It does significantly more damage. Or a bronze sword, which does slightly more damage, but is significantly more expensive. I don't need that. I'm only going to have this for like 3 or 4 levels. There we go. We will now equip and equip in offhand. And so now we have Ghastly Claws from Axe, we've got Dagger, and we have Sword. I liked Sword in the brief time I played it on one of my other characters.
Seize the moment.
I'll reacquaint myself. Damage and healing, damage and healing, damage and healing, plus a chill on a chain attack. Damage and life force, and then sacrifice health to do additional damage. This one is a dash that does heal, and then a second dash that does damage to me as well. Hungering Maelstrom, drop it the first time, it does damage and vuln. Drop it the second time, it damages me again, does more vuln and chill. And this one is a Devouring Visage, does fear, and then when I do it a second time, damage, weakness, and might for me, although it does damage to me as well. Interesting mechanic. I kind of like it. There is one of the new cosmetics you can get from the Wizard's Vault. This is the cat chair. It's a chair that you sit in, and you've got cats and cat trees and cat toys. That is 500 of the currency, which means I could buy it right now, but I don't think I'd ever use it. Throw that away. Move those down there. There we go. That was a little bit better driving than I usually manage. Not great, but better. I will go to the Merchant's Coin Tavern. Oh, that's right. We did get another item of attire. It is time for us to change. I'd forgotten. That's pretty appalling. We've got Dijon, Ruby Red, and Periwinkle. Twitchy Jake. And of course my personal favorite, Uptown
Keep
Johnny.
walking. If you ain't a friend of Big No, you know who I am.
You haven't been here before. Uptown Johnny has the best line of dialogue in the entire game. Coming soon. Okay, about 20 minutes. Maybe 25.
I'm so glad to see you. I heard that you were up and around.
We'll let these
but I'm
guys pick a
still
fight.
worried.
I'm fine. Thanks for coming to see me. You know I love you and your father, but you both worry too much.
That's because you take too many risks.
Hey, girl, stop gabbing and bring me a drink.
I think you've had enough, buddy. You're cut off. Now get out of my tavern.
Don't make me cripple you, old man. Give me more
That
ale,
escalated quickly.
and this time, it's on the house.
Leave my father alone, you ugly goon, or I'll call the Seraph.
Ugly? I'll show you ugly.
You're already showing us all ugly. It's on top of your shoulders, dude.
'Cause now you got one. Go,
Get
let him
away
have
from
it.
my dad's quick kissers. I'm here.
Knock you out and look good.
Help is on the way.
The damage does seem really quite good on this, at least at low levels. Seems really
All right, I surrender.
I'll pound you,
you into the ground like a big nail. Could you not come up with something a little bit better than that? I mean, that's really not impressive. Haha, dodged. Dodged you.
That's enough. I yield.
Also, like the green animations, they're a little over the top, but that's fine. I'm okay with over the top a little bit, you know? A little bit over the top never hurt anybody much.
Okay.
I've got an idea. Why don't Big Nose Ted and I play a game? He can go first.
Let's play who can hit the hardest. I'll go first.
Yeah, that's what I just said, Ted, you big goon.
You're dead.
Not enough energy.
We go into Shroud form and we'll start devouring his life essence, which, coming from Ted, it actually tastes awful. It's greasy. It's just not great. And Sarantine comes in. Mouths off. Logan comes in. Blah, blah, blah.
Bandits.
And that's a new change of attire.
If Sarantine keeps swiping our low-level prisoners, we'll have to start arresting
Plus,
a better class of
Papa's got a
villain.
brand new bag. Told you, I am legally required. Dagger, torch, scepter. I think all three of those are usable. That may be the first time in history I've gotten 3 usable things. They are. Alert the media.
I was manufactured to the highest standards.
That was a ding of 11, by the by. Which means we can start our training. Wind minions, wells, spectral. What's the second one in the spectral? Signets is safe. We'll go with Signets. And Signet of the Locust. Your movement is increased. And Signet of Vampirism. Allow me to offer my congratulations to all of you for surviving your Wednesday, which, if you have a standard work week, means you are now over the hump of hump day. And can coast towards the weekend, I hope. Knock on wood. I have to talk to Lieutenant Francis, the most incompetent officer in the Seraph. His job is guarding medicine. It's been
Right.
stolen,
When do we kill more bandits?
and he won't go get it back from the bandits and wants me to do it. This subcontracting thing is just going too far. And in we go. And my friend wants to follow around along.
I can take care of myself.
I
You're
think
the one who just got out of the hospital.
It feels good
I'm
swinging
going
Miss
to
Timber again. She's been tucked away behind the bar for too long.
swap in the staff as my swap weapon.
He just took all the loot away to hoard. Get
Look, Moas. They're... Remember when we used to ride Rancher Meppy's herd?
Look at him go! Watch those feathers fly!
There they go. Look at those feathers fly.
Blasted Moas are out. Get those stupid birds under control.
The Moas have excellent teamwork. You'll notice they're all in perfect stride together.
Is it just me? It's that do-gooder from the bar. Recruits, kill this clown.
I object to being called a do-gooder. That's just... That's typecasting. Seriously.
Racket down there, pipe down, a bit. Bleeding useless. Hey, I need backup over here.
He needs backup.
I'm dead.
Swords seem really quite good for necros these days. You know, I don't know about numbers. I know how they feel. They feel really strong.
I need backup.
I mean, I know about numbers. I can count. 1, 2, many.
Dead. I'm Big Nose Ted's right-hand man. Hey, keep your hands off me.
I'm not hitting you with my
Okay.
hands. I'm hitting you with my swords.
Surrender.
You dumbass. That's right. We've got a guest.
You got me.
Sure did. Gotcha. And you're dead. Or possibly captured for prison. It's not all that clear.
When you get to the mist, tell him Twitchy Jake sent you. Don't you know who I am? I'm famous. Everything bad.
Oh, nice dodge by that one. Didn't help, but it was a nice dodge. And
I've got to get these supplies back.
I'll see you soon.
back to Lieutenant Francis. Nice dismount. There's your medical supplies. You utter tosspot. It's a good British phrase. Often shortened to just tosser. And I like the original. I was going to say it has a bit more flavor, but I don't want to talk about the flavor of a tosspot. Because, ooh. I've got 2 points left. Oh, fine. We'll put him into spectral training. Yes, I'm sure. It's fine. It's fine. Barmaid Barbara is waiting for me.
You're back. They're upstairs. Take a left. First door on the right. Quick.
Here's the medicine, you big whiner. Stop moaning. Woe is me. Barmaid Barbara. And they want me to do some undercover work.
To pull this off, you'll have to eat, breathe, think.
Because the Seraph are
like a
utterly
bandit.
useless at their jobs. Let's go with the staff. We got a new aqua breather. Aqualung, my friend, don't you start away uneasy. Great album, great song. But you kids today probably have no idea what the hell I'm talking about.
Now I shall break you.
The band is the band that won the first ever Grammy Award for heavy metal. No, they didn't deserve it. They're not a heavy metal band. They were never a heavy metal band. Jethro Tull. Great band. Terrific band, and if you ever saw them live, you'd know that they could peel the goddamn paint off the walls. That they could play really, really hard. Not quite heavy metal, but hard rock and roll. So.
May Dwayna bless you.
First of all, yeah, pick me up.
How do you do?
And then sell stuff. There's an incredible live version of them playing Locomotive Breath that's just fucking amazing. I've seen them live 6 or 8 times, a bunch. Always a great show. was posted on Reddit in a thread where people were talking about the fact that Jethro Tull got the first ever Grammy for heavy metal. And I noted that, of course, they're not heavy metal, but they can peel the paint off the walls, and I included a link to that video. And a number of the people responded with like a holy shit. That's Jethro Tull? Because they only knew them as a sort of pseudo-medieval looking band with the guy who played flute. And I'm now in disguise because bandits have uniforms, evidently. We are about to be given the gift that keeps on giving. The best line in the game. Uptown Johnny. You may remember Uptown Johnny in the very beginning in the bar fight. He had just hit on barmaid Barbara, and she said something along the lines. Not if you got a haircut, a job, and a clue. She shoots him down in flames. Now here, he puts the moves on another bandit, and she just turns around and walks away to someone else and goes. But it's his line, his winning line. It's just perfect. Here we are.
I'm Uptown Johnny, baby. Man plus.
I laughed, I cried, it changed my life. Thank you, Uptown Johnny, Man Plus, for giving me a line that I intend having as my epitaph on my grave. I'm Uptown Lens, Man Plus.
You just watch yourself.
Okay, probably not. But other than that, it's still really a great freaking line. Ooh. That's 2, and now we'll swap over here, and we are going to murderify.
Hurry up. Blaze
critters.
wants those fuses.
Looks like the Drakes are getting a little cozy with them. You sure about this?
I was.
I was. But maybe now I'm changing my mind.
Go to Blaze. Nominative determinism, the guy whose name is Blaze, has a burned face. But it's spelt Blaze in a different way than the word fire blaze. So he was named Blaze and then got burned. You know, that's just cruel. And mildly funny. And here's our new friend now.
Here's our favorite new undercover operative now. Let's see if the hero Shaymore can shed some light.
It's bad. Ted plans to burn down Vanguard Hospital and Queen's Heart Orphanage. I'll help cover the orphanage. Because I prefer to help the little kids.
Ted thinks we can't
Everything
be in
I
two
do is
places
for
at
the
once.
kids.
But that's why the gods invented teamwork.
Ah, the gods invented teamwork for that. Why did the gods abandon humanity? New outfit? That means new dye. New dyes. Oh. Not as good. And 177. Better.
This is the only proper course.
Another level. That there. And our new dye pattern will be, drumroll please. Drumroll. Closest I can do. We've got ancient silver. That's ancient silver? That's not ancient silver. That's grape shade, primrose. Excuse me, what? That's not ancient silver. That can't be. I refuse to believe that's actually ancient silver. Holy shit, evidently that's ancient silver. If it's supposed to be tarnish, it's terrible. If it's supposed to be silver, it's even worse. How the hell is that ancient silver? Press F to doubt. And that was amongst the worst driving that I've ever done. Thank you very much. Arson at the orphanage.
The orphanage is...
Yeah, it's on fire. Thanks, Logan. I can tell. Brainiac.
Look at him run, like vermin. Scurry, scurry, little rat. Little snot face. I'm gonna knock you out and look good doing it.
See, he's still at it. He's still trying to hit on people, even as I'm killing him.
Math time, kids. How many bombs does it take to set a Seraph on fire? No, I'll never.
One of my favorite lines in it is the line that sometimes the NPCs will say.
They're tough.
They'll say, "Now I'll never," as they die. Their dying thought is, "Now I'll never get a chance to."
These children have suffered enough.
It's Big Nose Ted.
Stay behind you, children. For Mir's help, I will protect you.
Good riddance, you murdering scum.
And what do the kids think?
Who would burn down an orphanage?
Thank you so much.
That's right. They're all cheering
Our
for
child
me.
is safe. Thanks to you. Cormier.
That's because the kids know who's cool. The old guy. Or in this case, a female necromancer who's not really old. All right, come on, Sarantine. Sarantine, come on. Thank you. And Francis.
How can I assist you? What's the situation here?
We got all the people out except he didn't actually get the people out. Regardless, we're now going to catch Sarantine in the act. Which actually sounds a little dirty. Power or Vit? Let's take the Vit one. Well, we can't use shoulders. We can. That's a new die scheme.
Now I shall break you.
Level 13. Some more hero points. Two points left. Toss it into minions. What would help get rid of it? Exit. Gonna be a sub 1 hour key farm. Sell my crap. And now comes the most uncomfortable sentence in the game. We had the best line in the game. Now we get the most uncomfortable one. As, unfortunately, Countess Anise uses the words Logan and hard-on in the same sentence.
It's my fault. I never should have sent Francis alone.
Here it comes.
He's a good man, but he's not...
You're too hard on yourself, Logan.
Don't use those words in the same
And on
sentence.
everyone else.
Just never, ever again.
The Queen doesn't expect perfection. Why do you?
Good to see you.
Countess
What a
Anise.
pleasure to see you.
What a pleasure to be
Wait, what?
seen.
What's up with my face? And why do I have to be the burn?
Oh, quit your whining. This right here is the worst cell in the entire country. Come on. Come on, you two. Quit quarreling. Get down here. And how secure is this prison of theirs? Well, they come in through the grate on the floor.
Shh.
Rally to me! Shield formation! I can't be seen
What are we waiting for?
Idiots!
Rush
Kill
them!
them all.
Wait, don't rush in.
Fools rush in where angels fear to tread. Well, that would be appropriate for Logan. Just stand back here and slowly murder everyone.
Replenishing.
Hey, Sarantine, looks like it's just you and us.
I am death incarnate.
I am death incarnate. And she's dead. 57 minutes and 31 seconds.
That felt good.
And we've got a key. Ta-da! Logan saying, feels good. A little bit over the top. Little luck. Small amount of stuff. Those, put that down there. Exit, grab a black lion chest, open it up, and see if we got that loot. And dismount. Sell the crap out of our inventory. Sell these to the auction house because waste not, want not. One of the ways you get a lot of money in the game is by never just idly leaving any on the table. Alright, Black Lion chest time. One Black Lion chest, please. We will get a Black Lion statuette and a Black Lion material bag, Secrets of the Obscure. We will get 2 commons. Good ones can be the die packs, although really unlikely. Although they recently really improved these. Guaranteed unlocks are awesome. The uncommons, I have a couple of the Steel Lotus skins. Not my faves. I do love the Lore Keeper skins. If I could land one of the Lore Keeper skins, especially the staff, that would be bonkers good. And then the super rares, which we definitely will not be getting. Also, I do not understand the percentages here. It is 100% you will get 2 commons. And it is correct, you have a 10% chance for an uncommon or better. But about 3%. There's 3, 7, 14, 16. There's 20 items here. That would be 60%. Is that 60% of the 10%? I think. But I'm not sure, because here we've got 24, and that is between 2 and 0.3%? What? Shouldn't that be 0.3 to 2%? These percentages just don't make sense. I've never gotten a super rare. Ever. And I don't think I'll be getting one today. I'm going to click open. We'll get a common, and hopefully another box will appear, and that'll be an uncommon or better if a 5th box appears. Not likely. 1 in 10. Here we go. Just commons. But that's about as good as you can do with an all commons pack. First of all, we get some crafting materials. Nothing of interest in there. We get a Black Lion statuette, which I will drop off into the bank.
What is it?
We have a die pack. And what they changed is, you see these dies? They all have an equal chance. It used to be these were common, these were uncommon, these were rare, and these were the exclusives that were hard to get. There are 2 of the exclusives I don't have. The rest of the dies I have in here. Drum roll, please. Give me an exclusive. No, uncommon. That will go to my alt account. If the alt account already has it, it'll go into the bank, the guild bank, where my guildies can claim it, if they should choose to. Lastly, we have a guaranteed wardrobe unlock. Now, this is any non-legendary armor, weapon, outfit, die, glider, mini, finisher, or mail carrier in the game. How many is that? Lots. Anyone you don't already have. Lots. That's a lot of stuff. Now, it can be utter and complete crap, or it can be really cool. The variance is enormous on this, but regardless, it's always fun. And here we go. It is a mini. Minis are always disappointing. The mini Ember. Well, not always. They're mostly disappointing. One of the flying ones. So it's not... For one of the minis, it's probably a 6, maybe even a 7. But for anything you can get out of the unlock, it's a 4. But it's what we've got. And that's going to do it for the Keyfarm. I've got the whole of that taken care of. Now, theoretically, it's 28 minutes before the convergence, which I want to do. So I'm going to log out, and I'm going to take a moment to refill my cup, because it runneth under. And I'm back. And I'm no longer AFK. And I think we will go with Screwless a Wingnut. My Mechanist. Mechanist is a good choice because I can half-brain it and still get content done. As opposed to the rest of the time when I half-brain things but may not get them done. So I'm going to run around in the latest map.
Feel the fury.
Sell those.
Always a pleasure.
Ship those off to the alt account. 2 copies of the Sinister Serix rifle. Don't think I need both of those. Was there anything else that needed to go? No. Pardon me. So because we got a half an hour to kill, roughly, we will move over into the new area of Nios. Niles, because we still need to do a bunch of stuff to open up the open world legendary armor achievements. So I can make those someday, you know, if I grow up. When I grow up. Up above.
My core is still aching, but better by the minute.
Ah, good.
My scans are reading all clear!
Toxins are lessening with each gust.
Alright, what's the event going on up here? A lot of things shooting at me. Not appreciative of that. The supplies. I will fail this almost certainly. And actually, it doesn't look like anyone else is doing it, so skipsies. I tell you, the first few weeks of when the previous map opened, there were a lot more people around, I think, than it feels like there's around on this map. Now, that may just be purely perceptual on my part and not actually representative of real facts. They're a champion. I don't want to try and fight them alone because I have no chance. I'm not a good enough player, sporting a good enough build that I can do that. Now, if this other person joins in, maybe? Doesn't look like they're going to, so I'm going to see if I can add power to this light. I can. 14 out of 43. But Neridium, chosen of Charybdis, nobody is, or Charybda. I'm not nuts about them taking character names from classical Greek mythology and then mixing them up a little bit. It just seems like kind of insulting to the players. It's, you know, if this was a game that had any sort of, you know, relation to real Earth, where you might have a common source of mythology, sure, having Charybdis as a reference would be fine, but throwing it into a game where it doesn't belong, it just feels lazy to me. And there really doesn't appear to be much in the way of people running around out here, actually. There's one person waiting for the event, the meta event for the map, which doesn't appear to be running at the moment, so I don't know what they're waiting for. This is one of those cases where I have no idea if it's really this dead or I just happen to be in a dead map. But we've got a greater arcane chest up there, so we'll start with that. Appear on the right side of the screen there. Miscellaneous stuff. Magi's Skyforged rifle. A similar thing happened when they brought out Biora Marches at the start. Everyone loved the prologue to, well, maybe not everyone. Generally, the prologue to the Icebird Saga was extremely well received. I thought it was some of the best, most fun, interesting content they ever did. It was just a blast. And then Chapter 1 came out, and I went and played it on day 2, and it seemed really short and not very impressive. When I went there, that was on day 1. When I went there on day 2, the map was empty. Nobody was running the content. And that's kind of what this feels like. Doesn't feel like anyone's running this content. I think people are still running the first half of the map, which came out, quite a while ago. But no one seems to be playing the second half of the map, which is where I'm running around right now. And where I've got a lot of stuff I need to do if I'm ever going to be able to start putting together the legendary armor open world. And nobody's fighting this one either, so there's a couple of champions around that nobody's fighting. Over here, this appears to be... someone's going to be around here, yeah, for this. Yeah, we're about to get a bad guy's about to show up. Can I mount up? No, I cannot. I did. Elite Avatar of Envy. Gosh, I wish I could be Elite Avatar of Envy. See what I did there? That's kind of a joke. Hey there.
Just one more.
Yeah, it does feel like the numbers are a little low. It's hard to know though with this game because, the new content when it's popular, it's easy to see when it's popular. And it's not clear. I mean, it's possible that there may be multiple maps that are open and I'm just in a relatively unpopulated one. But yeah, this particular big piece of content has not been enthusiastically embraced. I certainly have to agree. Well, we'll see. It's, 2 months until we get the last piece of content for the expansion? Knock on wood. Let's hope it knocks my socks off. Let's hope it knocks everybody's socks off.
Now I shall break you.
But right now, it's sort of the way it felt when Bureau Marches first opened. The first half of Bureau Marches. Felt like nobody was interested in doing it. This weekend, they are a couple, the European and North American raid training community is having a public event that they're throwing out. And I think I'm going to try to see if I can maybe do a little bit of raid training. I've raided in WoW. I haven't raided in Guild Wars 2 or even really done other than a couple of strikes. And if you want to go back far enough, some dungeons. A few fractals. But not many. So, I've got my Dragon Hunter Guardian all kitted out. Ready to go. Done a little practice on him. And we'll see if I can manage. Who knows? Maybe I get into raiding and I don't have to worry about the open world. Legendary armor. Because legendary armor is something I would really like. Oh, we have a couple people now fighting. Is it 2? Yeah, okay. We got 2. I just don't want to, I know if I jump in to a champion fight and try to do it myself, I don't have the chops to succeed. 3 of us, odds are way better. And I didn't jump in time because I'm a dope. Missed me.
I am only getting started.
He's gonna... Aha! Jumped over it that time. Go me.
Time to do some real damage.
Thanks, I'm trying. Now, like I said, I've done my time raiding in WoW, so I am familiar with the general gist of raiding. Raided for years in WoW, back in vanilla. Karazhan, AQ20. Oh, that was not accurate. I did, in fact, jump that successfully. I would like to register a complaint against the game engine for not correctly detecting the fact that this was what I had, in fact, had done. See, registered it correctly that time. Okay, that time I took my eye off it. That one was my fault. That was an accurate reflection of my failure. I feel shame. Almost there. Inner Nios, Needra, Dreamer, Savior, completed. Oh, that's a couple of the achieves I need. I think for getting the gift of Inner Nios. Ooh, level 78 helm. White quality.
Achieved.
I'm rich. Get the crap out of my inventory. Sadly, I have to spend some time going through this character's inventory and tidying it up. I am a bad one for keeping inventories tidy. And when I say bad, real bad. Alright, so we got Neodra, Astral Grasp. Astral Grasp. Lifeblood of Ferris the Subjugator. I had that one previously, I think. Or was that just Ferris that we defeated? Might have been. In which case, Astral Ward Heavy Gloves and a Narrow Spun Heavy Gloves, and that would give us access to, I think, the first tier of Heavy.
Wayfinder, we'll be starting our offensive soon.
Huh.
Good.
So I must have just grabbed that one and gotten that from a character with heavy armor, so probably my Dragon Hunter. Yeah, that's part of the legendary armor set. Okay, good. Good. I'm figuring things out. And that got me a calcified gasp. Yeah, so that must have been Ferris the Subjugator. All right. So we need, what, 11 more achievements out of Inner Naos to give me the gift of Inner Naos so I can start making things. Good night. I'm assuming GN is good night. I don't know. Don't recognize that one. I know GZ is grats. GG is good game. GN, good night, I think. But I'm not sure. Daily complete. Dun, 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 dun. And going on here is the thing that's still going on. Red, what time is it? We got 14 minutes.
You know the Major. He'll be taking the south with Rhea. Wayfinder, we'll strike fast, no mercy. Leave them no chance to retaliate.
Good plan.
Rhea here says they will be expecting it.
The blind fools believe themselves in complete control. I have waited an eternity to show them otherwise. May we begin.
Rhea is a little bit bloodthirsty. That's Rhea. Kind of creepy looking. So I will follow these meta events for 10 minutes or so and then head back to the Wizard's Tower. Get to the Wizard's Tower at the bottom of the hour. In the Wizard's Tower, sorry, we have the convergence, and I need more convergences. Whoops.
Mow him down.
We'll follow Major Emond. I'm assuming I've already powered this one up. No, I have not. 15 out of 43. Oh, more friends coming. Hi guys, welcome. Nothing like a steel-jacketed welcome. All right, Major Emond.
Eparch's loyalists are using the area to the south as a base of operations. We will retake it.
These spineless lackeys took over long ago. Temporarily.
Are they spineless lackeys, though? I mean, I'm not sure. You guys all look like you have exoskeletons, which means you probably don't have spines. So calling them spineless lackeys, that doesn't seem like a fair assessment. They just don't have spines.
Time to do some real damage.
Rocket punch.
Well, somebody said rocket punch, but it wasn't me. I didn't punch anybody. I don't punch. I shoot. And I have a very big murder bot. Name is Dave. Dave the murder bot.
Mow him down!
You see, and we've got another engineer here, and he has named his bot ACME, Acme, as in presumably where Wile E. Coyote used to buy all of his stuff.
To the next. Move.
I not just approve of that, I almost insist that really
They'll have to hit much harder.
rangers and mechanists who don't name their pets are doing them a vast disservice. The pets love you. Treat them with dignity. Give them a name. Give them an identity. Necros wish they could name their pets. Show your pet the love. Give it.
Mow him down!
An ancient mountain.
Another area secure. Almost done. Stay sharp.
Maybe I need no encouragement. I brim with the desire to massacre these wretched loyalists.
Gotta say, she's creepily enthusiastic about murdering folk.
Time to do some real damage.
Mow him down!
Mine. All mine.
Can't remember if this boss we're headed for was one of the ones they changed with the patch.
They'll have to hit much harder.
Take off in a couple minutes and head back to the Wizard's Tower. Because we've got convergence at the bottom of the hour. If you're not familiar with the convergence, it is 50-person content. Split up into groups, beat a bunch of lesser bosses while keeping an NPC alive with one of the groups, and then come together and fight some more bosses, and then fight a big boss. And some of the big bosses one in particular is pretty badass, and we hope we don't get that one. We get the easy one. If not that, let's hope I get one of the new ones, which I haven't seen.
Grotesque you may be, but observing your butchery, elegant.
Glad you approve. I have a feeling we're not done with the butchery just yet.
Yep, I'm gonna head back now. Oh, here's the bossy guy. We'll see where we are.
Time to do some real damage.
Abraxas the Scorned. Alright, hit him with your Death Star laser beam. Good work, Dave. Oops. Does seem like he's one of the ones who got nerfed. He's dying way faster. Oh, he's got another phase. It's not just a phase, Mom.
Barely.
May I serve in death?
Right, yeah, they definitely eased up the difficulty on Abraxas here. As he's
All mine.
Not my land. It is open to all again. Let these squatters broken
and back to the Wizard's Tower. Good evening. Thanks for spending your hump night here. Victory again.
Sweet, sweet loot.
It was sweet, sweet loot. Or so I assure myself. Let me sell this crap. Because right now my inventory's at a bit tight in space. Mail this off to my alt account. And we got like a 3-minute wait. 2.5-minute wait, something like that. And the convergence will open. Like I said, big 50-man event. Separate map. Fighting in 3 or 4 different places, and also trying to keep an NPC alive. She heals and reses people. I've seen it done in as little as like 17.5 minutes, and I've also seen it done in as much as almost 30, 27.5. Which is pretty indicative of the pretty large gulf in player skill or player knowledge that Guild Wars 2 has. In that if you're playing with a lot of people who generally know what they're doing, things go a lot faster. If not, surprisingly, they don't. The effect of things like buffs and such is something a lot of the newer players or the less savvy players are not aware of. That a normal button spammer might be doing anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 or 5,000 DPS, but someone who knows what they're doing with all the buffs up and stuff can crack 40,000, and that's a huge gulf. Basically 8 or 10 times as much damage. Means that you can finish content a lot faster, easier, the more people you have who know what they're doing. I kind of know what I'm doing, but I'm not grouped up, so any buffs I share will just be shared randomly, and any buffs I get that are shared will be getting shared the same way. But for instance, on that last boss, I did 10k. Less than a minute. This can be run either as a public 50-man instance. I think it's every 3 hours or so it's offered. Or you can run a private instance if you've got enough people. I'm not sure how well it scales. You might be able to do it with fewer people without a problem. A lot of times things scale in such a way that you're better off doing it with like 5 people who know what they're doing than 50 people who maybe don't. Public group. Thank you. In we go. This is Jerry and Mal from the office. I've worked with them. Jerry's in HR. Yes, if you couldn't tell. I will go ahead and drop a platter of delectable birthday cakes. If nobody's got anything else, it's a decent free food. And it doesn't look like anyone else put any food down, so yeah, good on me. I will also... I can't even bring up...
Sharper still.
This UI is incredibly annoying. I can't bring up my options to turn off player names. Sometimes, ArenaNet, sometimes. Well, 41 of us are in agreement we're ready to start. Oh, somebody dropped much better food. I will use that.
Portal in as soon as we lost track of your astral fluctuation. I'll need to focus on maintaining our tether to Tyria. The nearest waypoint is a little
That'll give me a little
so
better
reviving
performance.
will be a challenge. Luckily, Mabon taught me a few tricks. Resurrection spells take a lot of magic. The best source of
Somebody
that
was
here
kind
is
enough
going
to
be
drop
essence
Ascended
that
food,
marks
which is
Gruntstar.
significantly
Bring
better.
that essence to me, and
Lasts
I'll do
for
the
half
rest.
an hour, I think. An hour. Better yet. Delicious. We're all standing here because the first batch of mobs appear here. We're going to murder them.
Rocket punch! You are all weaklings!
They will drop these little pinkish glowy orbs you can see me running through. These increase your damage, but also reduce your hit points. Also, you can drop them off with Zojja to heal her and provide her with magic juice so that she can res other players.
I keep losing my concentration. Break those catapults to
Okay.
pieces.
We'll head over here and we're going to bust up some catapults in 3 or 4 different locations. Alright, we've destroyed the first. There's the second. We can melee it, but generally there are enough of us that we kill it really quickly from our sky scales. Next up, I will enable ley line riding and get a free high-speed ride over to the next location. And I got a goodie box. A nugget of Cryptus Essence. Nougat. And we'll hop on another. Where is it? Where is it?
I can feel the demonic essence in those high cryptis. Take them down, and I can throw that power back in their face.
There it is.
Collect enough, and I might even be able to cast some additional protections. Be careful, though. Demonic essence will drain your life force. Plus, there is that whole possession thing to worry about.
I'm about to get dismounted. Something hit me and set me on fire, and I'm not happy about that result. But hey, we'll grab some purple juice balls. And now there are 3 bossy dudes over here by Zosha that we need to clean up. 3 champions. I'm going to make sure I tag all 3 of them. And then I'll wade in on one of them. Where's the big boy over here?
I'm up. I'm up. Let me raise you up.
Georgia is reviving any of our fallen allies.
Feel the fury.
One more to go here. One more champion avatar. Then we'll split up. One batch will stay here to protect Zosha, because if she dies, we lose. Oh. Oh, there was one boss we missed. How did I miss that one? I'm bad at my job.
Nothing can save you. Feel the fury.
I was looking for that one. Didn't see it.
Soul is mine. Replenishing.
Then we'll split up.
We heal as one.
Break the break bar. To finish them off pretty quick.
Even more of Nephar's personal cortege. Let's take them out. Let's see if we can
Alright,
entice
let me
their
grab
leaders
some
and make an entrance.
power juice. These batches of mobs like that are what are constantly assailing Zosha, so I'll stay here for longer to clear these ones out, and then I will head off towards one of the areas where there's like 5 bosses we need to kill, and then another boss spawns, and there's 4 areas where that happened. I think it's 5 bosses, yeah. 5 lieutenants, and then the general shows up, and they do that in 3 or 4 different locations. Can't remember. And then once all of the generals have been defeated, then the big boss shows up. The big boss in the past, the first iteration of Convergences, could be an unnamed demon knight who's pretty straightforward to kill. I have arrows over me, so we need to stand together to share the damage we're going to take, like that. And then the other boss that can spawn is called Sorrow, and she's horrifying. She's terribly unfun to play. So everyone always hoped, don't get Sorrow, give us the Demon Knight. Now they've added 2 more fights that are possible in here. I'm completely loaded down with juice. The 2 more fights I haven't fought yet. Since they changed the possible mobs here and added 2 more, I've only done it once, and I got the Demon Knight. No, I've done it twice. I got the Demon Knight once, and Sorrow. Sorrow's the one we all hate. You can hear people unhappily whine when sorrow shows up.
Let's patch you up.
So my damage is increased by like 50%, I think. But my health total, if you look in my little red bubble at the bottom middle, you'll note half of it's gone. I'm at 88.32 and minus 88.29. That's not a combo. Where's the next one? I don't see it anywhere. Why not showing up? Oh, is it up above? It is up above. Pardon me, I need to hop on a bouncing mushroom. Champion High Cryptus Lieutenant. Now this is a really unpleasant fight because, well, it's so constrained in area. Oh good, run towards me.
Failing quick.
Replenishing.
So this is our third of the 5 lieutenants. He's almost gone. Now he's gone. Another goodie box for me. We've got another catapult. Or maybe it's a trebuchet. Regardless, it no longer exists. The next boss is up above. Next lieutenant. I did a quick peek over, and Zosia's doing all right. Looks like we're skipping this one until we finish off this one, so our last 2 are both up here.
Replenishing.
Doesn't look like a whole lot of people are over here for this. Ah! Jumped it in time. Whoops! Get out! Get out! Oh, that... I got out of most of the poop. Ow! That's... Yeah, that was... I could see that was going to hurt. Alright, we got that one. I rallied. Keep in mind, I'm at low life. Or I was. I barfed up all of the life I was carrying, and everyone else's. Scooped a bunch of it up into their greedy maws. Has he got the rotating? Oh, the rotating. The rotating. It's awful. So this is the last lieutenant. We finish him off inside the next 8 or 10 seconds, and then the general will spawn here. And there he is. Now he's got a circle of arrows pointing in, so we want to be inside that.
Smash them.
Sharp blade, sharp mind.
Doesn't look... Oh, I take it back. One of the generals somewhere is already dead. So we won't be the first to kill the general.
Replenishing.
Yeah, there are 4 of them. Oops. Haha, missed me. That was bullfighter action right there.
Sharper still.
And general. Okay. 2 generals to go. And then we have the big fight. Zoja is completely healed up, so the group that's protecting her is doing a fine job. And that's the champion High Cryptus General coming in for a landing. Got him. Got a little bit of credit for that.
It's gonna take all my focus
That's
to keep it
all the generals, which means the big fight's coming up. And who is it? Who is it? It's over there. And is it fucking Sorrow? Oh, Dreadwing. I know nothing about Dreadwing. It's the same, I think the same model as Sorrow. But presumably the abilities are somewhat different. Sorrow's abilities are awful.
Let's patch you up.
Where's Zoja so I can turn in... Oh, perfect. That was actually not awesome. Okay. Let me turn in my juice and get all of my health back and heal her up while I'm at it. Yay! Well, that didn't work out well. Holy crap. So, whatever this... Oh! I saw my life total go up, and then I died. That was a horse shit down, is what that was. That was not fair. That was not indicative of what the UI was showing me. But then again, I have no idea what the abilities this one has. It looks like it's got the same ones as Sorrow, which means it's a garbage tier fight. Constant CC, unpredictable, ground effects that you can't make out, all that kind of quote-unquote good stuff. Alright, more healing. Yeah, we're doing good damage though. It's every 25% the critter will take off for a different part of the map. So we'll grab all of the goody juice that we can and head to the next location. But generally, that group, other than me, seemed like they did a really good job. Burned through it pretty fast. Dreadwing, huh? No idea what the abilities are. At least similar, some of them anyway, to Sorrow's. Looks like they're a little different. I don't remember Sorrow having the fire on the ground. They have the fire lines, same as this one does. Yeah, I don't think she's got the fire breathing. So, heal Zoja. Another goodie box. Grab some more goodies. Deliver them to Zoja.
Feel the fury.
Dreadwing, a couple more percent, and we have our second move phase.
Follow it. If we let it escape, we're gonna be yanked straight back to Tyria.
Alright, we'll grab some juice and dump it off with Zoja when we get to the next location. I don't think any other game does this sort of large-scale PvE stuff anywhere nearly as well as Guild Wars 2 does. And this is one of the things I really like about the game, is this stuff. And I would have to say that the first time I saw Dragon Stand, whatever, the Heart of Thrones last map, the first time I saw that in play was maybe the most amazing thing I've ever seen in an MMO. Now, the content's been kind of trivialized over the years due to the power creep. I have no idea what knocked me back there. Couldn't see. I'm going through and heading over to Zoja. If I can. I couldn't.
Feel the fury.
I'm on fire. I'm in torment. All kinds of conditions on me. supposed to get up there. Don't know. We're here. There we go. Alright. Zoja, here. Have some juice. I'm just going to run right through and grab a whole bunch more juice. I was just going to run through and grab a whole bunch more juice for Zoja, but that doesn't appear to have worked out quite as optimally as I thought, as something one-popped me. There you go, Zoja, some more for you, even though you don't need it right now. Last 25%. Dreadwing does not seem to be as awful, as player punitive as Sorrow, who may be the worst mob to fight in the game. Granted, I don't raid, so that's probably an accurate assessment. Don't raid, don't do much in the way of strikes either, so I'm not a good judge. 17%, Zoja's fine. She doesn't need the juice I could get by running into all the fiery stuff. So let's see if we can break his break bar. CC, very good guy. Thank you. All right, Dave, hit him with your Death Star laser beam, please. There you go. I have no idea what comes after the fire that doesn't hit me, that hit so hard. Dreadwing's at 5%. 4. 3. 2. Victory is ours.
My toes might be tingling, but at least that's a few less of Epharch's grunts clawing at our feet. Let's head back
1809. Home. That was really fast. That's the second fastest one I've ever been a part of. I'd like to say that I was one of the primary motive forces. It'd be a lie.
All shiny.
To get anything good. No. I mean, nothing particularly good. Like, I didn't say get more of... Where are they? They're in here somewhere. I have 3 of them. They're used in crafting larger bags. I don't know, maybe I put them in the bank. And we're back to the Wizard's Tower where we left 21 minutes ago. Very, very fast run. And I would take that as proof positive that whatever the name of that critter was, it's nearly as bad as Sorrow. As that is just an exercise in pain for the players. 15 deluxe gearboxes. 15! Will I get any deluxe gear out? Not likely.
Sweet, sweet loot.
What we do have is we have hit 250 green boxes of unidentified gear in our inventory. And those will go over there. All right, we've got 3,000 of those in the bank. And 1,000 in material storage. We've got 1,000 in material storage for those and 250 in the bank. Those are crafting materials that can be turned into some of the goodies you need for the open world legendary armors, which I'm looking at making. But I didn't get any goodies out of that run. But we got a weekly taken care of. Defeat 10 champion rank enemies. 50 more. We're back over 1,000. Let's see. 1,200 less 75. 1,125. I'm 10 short of being able to get the 3 pieces of the new cosmetic. Not really interested in the leaf glider. I need to get the 3 pieces of the new cosmetic. The other 3 will come out in the next Wizard's Vault. And there's 16 of the astrolabe. weapons. So that's 2,400 points. And then in here we get things like gold and high-end crafting mats and the like. God damn it, my throat is registering discontent with me. Was it something I said? Was it everything I said? We have 2 of the gifts that we're going to need. This is, you have to complete this to, I believe, to start making the legendary items, legendary armor. And some of these I have, although they haven't registered because I haven't gotten an additional one since the achievement opened. So I have 3 of these vision crystals, but until I get a new one, it won't open up here that I have them. So I probably actually could, like, take it out of my bank and put it in my inventory, maybe. But this is the one I need from Intrepid that I need, like, 10 more achieves for. I didn't have any trouble getting these. This one's going to be tough. And take a good amount of offline work. I don't want to try and bore you as I go back and forth to the wiki, trying to track things down. I'm going to need cube of stabilized energy. I know one of these, maybe the ball of dark energy or the cube of stabilized dark energy. One of those you have to get by salvaging ascended gear. Fortunately, I have some ascended two-handed weapons that I don't need because I have the legendary two-handed weapon, or two-handed sword, the great sword. So I can certainly sacrifice those. That won't be a problem.
Nothing can save you.
A whole bunch of stuff to open up the legendary, or the legendary armor for the open world. Weekly convergences, 1 out of 2, and then get additional stuff for those. Legendary rune, I've got 6 of the 7. And they opened legendary weapons. A lot of those collections opened because when they changed the collection stuff. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one I was just looking at. Astral Heartbeat is another. Okay, so that's what these are the various items. Norris, Eye of the Abyss. So that has to drop then, I think, from Norris in the last map meta for Soto, the base expansion. That's quality armor. That's the legendary armor pieces. Oh, they won't let us preview them, the bastards. The stinking bastards. If you got all 18 pieces, you get the WoW That's Quality Armor title. Legendary armor. Bind 6 unique legendary perfected envoy armor pieces. That's Worldly World? Not sure. That's all 18 of those. For that one. Pardon me. God damn it. Yawn, yawn, yawn. But I think I'm going to call it here because my throat's giving me a little difficulty right now talking. So I'm sorry if I'm a bit shorter than usual tonight on the gameplay. But the throat is acting up. I don't know why. I haven't talked that much. I've blabbed less than usual, but I'm going to call it here for the evening anyway. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you had a little bit of fun. Granted, it was really disorganized and whatnot, but hey, that's what I've got for tonight. Maybe back tomorrow, maybe not until Friday. I'm still not sure what I'm playing on Friday, whether it's going to be PoE or Star Trek Online are the two realistic possibilities. And then off stream, maybe getting into raiding here in Guild Wars 2. But I don't think that would make for a good stream. And I don't want to actually be in a Discord with other people and streaming it without their permission. And asking for permission seems like a bit much. So Maybe back tomorrow. If not, back on Friday. Again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I hope the rest of your Wednesday night goes great. Keep in mind, just a couple more days to your weekend. You can do this. I have faith. Back tomorrow or Friday at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Ooh, not true. If it's PoE, I'll be back much earlier. I'll be back at the start of the League launch, and I think that's like 1 p.m. Pacific. So that will be a much, much earlier start. 1 p.m. Pacific or 11 a.m. Pacific. So if it's PoE on Friday, that'll be early. If it's Star Trek Online, that'll be at the usual time. Regardless, I'm going to call it an evening. Again, thanks for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. I hope the rest of your evening goes great. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great night tonight. Take care. And ciao for now. Good night, guys.